What's going on, team? Good morning. Welcome to our morning note. Sorry I didn't have a morning note yesterday. Had to get a lot of stuff prepped. So, welcome aboard again. It is Wednesday, March 4th, 2020. So, what a wild ride has been, huh? Very wild ride. So, let's go ahead and talk about it. Futures, right now, Dow futures are up 600 points. NASDAQ up 162. S&P up 58. VIX is down 11%. Dollar is up. Crude is up. Bitcoin is up. Even bonds are up still. Gold is down slightly, and silver is down slightly. Looking at what we got, all this right here in this market right now, guys, is the Biden bump. Biden did win Super Tuesday, took the wind out of the sails of Bernie. Looks like the DNC is pushing to get Biden to be the nominee, so it wouldn't be as extreme of, socialism or socialist programs or what have you. So again, they want more of a moderate there, and that makes sense. So the things to watch for politically, I expect Elizabeth Warren to bow out of the race. I think Elizabeth Warren was kept there for Super Tuesday because of Bernie, to take away the Bernie voters. That's fine, but now that's changed. I think Warren will be gone. I think Bloomberg will be gone after the Florida primary, and I think Biden will probably win the nomination. So now you have more of a moderate, more of the Obama-type Democrat than more of the extreme. So again, what does that do? Well, forget healthcare being socialized. The name I'm looking at is UNH, United Healthcare. Looks like a breakout, very nice on the bottom right hand. I own the stock. I'm looking at it for longer term. Looking to maybe add a couple of shares here. Not yet sure on if I'm going to buy some today or buying blocks. Again, more of it just to nibble. I've just been nibbling on stocks. Everyone's been asking me, hey, have you been buying stocks during this downturn and this volatility? I have. I actually bought some SPY yesterday. I bought some Microsoft and Apple last week. So I'm very happy. I'm just nibbling here and there, buying. I have cash ready to deploy. I'm not there yet to buy any in blocks. Just nibbling. Again, longer term, guys, like we talked about in the personal finance course on Udemy. And if you haven't checked the personal finance course on Udemy, it is free of charge. Make sure to take a look. Udemy course, personal finance, what they don't teach you in school, absolutely free. Check it out. I talk about long-term investing there. But yeah, so all this is the Biden bump, which is very nice. Again, it's going to kind of talk about a couple of things I'm watching here. Look at SPY. SPY is still on pre-market, still relatively rangy. So this isn't a breakout. It's more of a retracement back to the levels we were yesterday. So again, we're kind of back at zero. So what do you do here? Right now, guys, you don't want to rush. A couple of things I have open. I have some Q calls. I have some IWM puts that I have right now. Again, I'm going to be holding these because all it takes is one headline to change everything, to change the game. So like coronavirus, Trump, the Federal Reserve, anything. Yesterday, the Fed cut 50 basis points. No one was expecting that emergency cut right away. It hasn't happened since 2008 and Lehman Brothers. So keep in mind that in this market, anything is possible. So again, kind of keep perspective. Keep your trading plan, 1 to 4%. We know the drill. Look for breakouts, breakdowns. Nothing has changed here. This doesn't mean we're in a bull market. It doesn't mean that we're out of the woods. And it doesn't mean that we're bearish either. So again, it's just right now, we're just going to have to wait. A lot of it's just sitting and waiting. So don't feel the need to just pull the trigger right away on any trade. Really, the only thing I'll be looking at today, for the most part, is UNH. Again, UNH the move could have been done already. But I do see a gap to 301. So again, that's about $11 move. I like that. Again, I'm going to be looking at it. I think UNH should be a winner. May not be an options trade, just a heads up. Again, we need volume. Doesn't have a lot of volume for the most part. But again, as a stock, I like it. I'm going to go ahead and maybe buying some today. So if you guys wanted to know exactly what I'm looking at for stocks, I have been nibbling. Big cap tech. I bought some here and there. There's a couple of names I'm watching. Again, Visa, MasterCard I've been watching. I don't own them, and I've been wanting to get into them. Alibaba, something I've been wanting to get into. Anthony owns it. I don't. GLD, something I've been wanting to add to. I own some physical gold. So again, right now, I have cash on the sidelines waiting to deploy, and I want to go ahead and be invested. Not 100%. I have a lot of cash on the sidelines. So again, out of my portfolio, I would say right now I'm probably about 35% cash that I've had. So again, I've been waiting for this downturn. Never be fully invested, guys. Nibble here and there, long term. Again, these kind of stocks, probably not going to be for me, they're going to be for my future children. So again, I'm not really worried. Again, that's how you build wealth long term. With that being said, let's talk about options trading because that's what you care about. Okay, so let's get that money. Because of socialism, Biden has split votes with Bernie. Nibble team. Yeah, Nibble team, exactly. You got it. Nibble team. It's all about the nibbling. Yeah, again, Biden has not won anything. He has not won the nomination. But again, it's a very good way to look at it that I think the Bernie train has basically almost done. I would say about 80% done. Super Tuesday was a big deal. This should be a nice catalyst for the market. But again, Biden winning Super Tuesday did not cure coronavirus. Let's make that clear. Fed cuts could be more in order than 2 weeks, another 50 basis points. So we may get a pop, we may get a drop. Again, a lot of variables here. Don't be as binary to say, up or down. We just don't know yet. And it's all about waiting around, waiting for the opportunity. So that's where we are. So the volatility, guys, don't be afraid of it. This is your opportunity. If you're a trader, this is a trader's market. If you're an investor, just turn off the monitor. Don't even stare at the screen. You're fine. Nothing has changed. But again, in regards to these kind of moves, this is what options traders live for. We love this kind of volatility. This is what makes us money. And we already have 4 winners this week. So far, so good. We closed out GLD. I was on the wrong side of that one. I had puts. I thought we had a descending triangle, and it popped. Thanks, Fed. What are you going to do, guys? We do lose. I post our losses all the time. Again, we're not perfect, and I never claim to be. I don't want to be perfect. That's not how it works. So let's kind of look at some questions and answers here. Make sure if you haven't subscribed yet, GAR Capital on YouTube, like and subscribe. We really appreciate your feedback, as always. So let's go take a look at TGT. TGT right here, we did pop with earnings, I believe, and then we fell a little bit. So I think Goldman added them on their conviction buy list. We had TGT calls last week before the Corona crap, and look what happened. We got crushed. I thought we were going to get 122. We didn't, and we fell. Again, that was a market-wide issue. It wasn't TGT related. Everything fell. So again, unusual options activity didn't work this time. It happens, but what do you do? TGT is a good retailer. I like them long term. I do not own TGT, but right now I would not be trading it. There's nothing to trade here. I would say a 109 break on the 100-day moving average. Maybe you could target the 113 calls, but it is a Wednesday, so just kind of keep in mind. I'm not a fan of TGT here in regards to calls or puts options. JCI, I don't know what JCI is. Johnson Controls International. I don't know who they are. I don't know what they do. If we're just going to look at just the stock in general, just technicals, let's break down on the daily. I think most stocks are. Yeah, I don't see any reason. Again, unless you know something that I don't know anything about this stock, and I'm pretty sure they don't have a lot of options. So can't really give you an educated answer on JCI. Next one is AMD. Okay, AMD I know a little bit of. AMD, I was looking at calls yesterday, and then we had that fall. Good thing I didn't. 50.31 is my break level. If we break 50.31 to the upside, then I'm going to go ahead and buy some calls. If we break down 46.64, which is my down level below the 100-day moving average, then I'll start looking at some puts. So again, guys, wait for the alerts. Sometimes the alerts, like IWM, I had an alert to the break on that support on the fib line. I played the puts. We were up 20% at one point, and then the markets just soared, and it got choppy the last hour. So again, sometimes it just works that way. Sometimes your analysis can be wrong. It's okay. But stay disciplined with your plan, because more times than not, we're at 78% win-loss rate. It works. Again, this is a time where 22% didn't work. So welcome to trading. AMD Apple puts today. I'm looking at Apple. I don't see any puts on this. I'm looking at a couple levels. 304.42 to the upside, 285.01 to the downside. That break the 50 and the 100, which have crossed over. So again, right now it's kind of mid-level. Nothing to do on Apple. You're just ranging on the hourly. Nothing to do there. Next one is that T? Yeah, AT&T. I own the stock. Not a very great tradable option-wise. You need to get above 39 to get into anywhere. That's the only deal. And if you wanted to play puts, if you did, you're talking about getting to 34. And I don't think that's happening yet. AT&T is a very boring stock. You're going to be between 35 and 37 forever. You're playing it for the dividend, which pays about, I think, 5.9% or 5.7-ish. So that's why I own the AT&T. Tesla. Let's take a look at Tesla. I know everyone likes to play Tesla. The reason I haven't played Tesla lately, guys, is the premiums are so expensive. I can't signal with good conscience a $19 premium because people can get wiped out, and I don't want that. Again, I'm always thinking ahead of my team. And again, you don't want to have that kind of risk on the table. Not everyone's trading with 100,000, just a heads up. So a couple levels I'm looking for. 869.29 for Tesla to the upside. I own the stock, by the way, and I have not sold it, and I plan not to sell it. And the downside, 739.64, right around that level, which is the 100-day moving average. If we start getting there, then we can start looking at some puts. But as of right now, there's nothing to play on Tesla. But again, that could change at 9:30. Next one, pre-market stocks, right? Yeah, we talked about the Biden bump. Space. Space is a stock that I own as well, which is Virgin Galactic. And I am probably looking to add some shares too. I'll be looking to add some shares right around the 20 level. 20 level is my level to actually buy some more. 25.49 is where we are now. For puts, I want to break 23.75. For calls, I want to break the 200. I think the 200-day moving average will give me a lot of room here to play maybe 29.87 to 35 or 33.87 to the next upside. But that's where I am on Space. Space is still kind of ranging the last couple of days. I like how resilient it has been, even though it's been a momentum name. Even with market volatility, it's been very resilient. And I like that name. I own shares, and I don't plan to sell them. So again, at 20, I'm going to buy some more Virgin Galactic. That's just me. Tesla, okay. Pre-market stocks, right. Yep, Biden bump, that's right. Okay, so that's where we are, guys, for the most part. Again, I want you to understand this, guys. Be prepared for anything. You have to be very prepared. Like a poker player. Pretend like every hand you have is exactly what you wanted. Exactly what you wanted. I don't care if it's a crappy hand or a great hand. Prepare that's exactly what you wanted. So be prepared both ways, up or down. That's the way to go. So don't feel that, oh no, the markets are down. Oh no, the markets are up. Everything is an opportunity for you guys. Just stick to the plan. Breakouts, breakdowns, calls, puts, high volume, over 1,000. You know the drill, 1 hour charts. Keep it simple. Be like a sniper. Just wait. Just wait for that headshot. Don't waste ammo just because you're bored. Please. Got it. Thank you, sir. S&P 500. S&P 500, look at it. E-mini futures. Again, still in the range. I mean, we're up 57 handles over the overnight lows, which is nice. That fib line of about 29.67 has been respected ever since we broke above it, which is good. I would like, personally, to break 31.19. If we can get above 31.19, which is the 200-day moving average on the hourly, then I can start looking at some calls. But again, we're not out of the woodworks yet, guys. What have I said before? We need 2 consecutive days of green on close on the S&P before we're out of the woodwork. We have not had that. We've had 7 consecutive days of red. We had 1 green, 1 red. I need 2 days of consecutive green to really get out of this funk. And I think once we get there, we'll be fine. But for the most part, if we close at these levels, for example, up 600 or up 60 handles on S&P, that's 1 day. Tomorrow I need to see next. I need to see continuation. Not a blip, not one rise. I need to see continuation over time. 2 days would be really great. Or 3 days would be amazing because that'll show continuous buying. I want to see continuous buying, not 1 day of buying or a short cover. What script do you use on TOS? I can go ahead and share it. This is, let me see if I can set it up. You're talking about my workspace. Yeah, I can share it to you. Let me go ahead and copy it. Give me a second. Okay, so my workspace is now shareable. So I went ahead and clicked it for you. That's your shareable, that's my TOS, exactly the way I have it with futures. Make sure you have futures enabled, and then you can go ahead and use it. So futures is free, just a heads up, meaning the quotes are free. So don't feel that you have to pay extra for that on TOS. So that's already ahead. It's shared for you guys. So again, the names I'm looking for. I'm looking at Space, obviously. Looking at SPY, Qs, IWM, UNH. Looking at Apple, but Apple's not really moving. I have a couple of alerts set up, but UNH is something that I want to look at. Definitely want to look at today. So I may be adding some, just a heads up. So if there's no other questions, we'll go ahead and end it today. Thursday, tomorrow's Thursday. Friday, I will not be in the office. It is my girlfriend's birthday yesterday, so we're going to go get out of town. Probably hit up Disney, bullish Disney, right? It's your favorite place. I love Disney as well, so I'll be out for the weekend. So Friday, no morning note, just a heads up. And we'll leave it there, guys. Have a great rest of your week. And, tomorrow, actually, great rest of your day, excuse me. I'll catch you tomorrow for the morning note. Any questions, feel free to let us know. GAR Capital on Instagram or tweet at us at GAR Capital. We really appreciate your time. Make sure to like and subscribe. All our videos, we really do appreciate you guys. All this information, of course, is free to you. Use it at your discretion. And any questions, we love it. Thank you so much for being part of the team. We'll catch you guys tomorrow.